The Captain's Log Radio with your host, Captain Jonathan Moss.
Hey, welcome to the Captain's Log Radio, and this is a Tackle Box Tip segment presented by Icon Coolers. I'm Captain Jonathan Moss, and I've got with me today Captain Bob from On the Hook with Captain Bob. Dude, tell me, we've got, it's springtime.
Yep.
We are having an influx in my area of bait showing up. The mullet are showing up and showing up in good number. When we're out fishing, I'm looking for bait. I'm looking for signs of life. I'm looking for activity, regardless if that's a bird on the surface busting on a bait, birds hovering, or is there that sound of bait flickering on the surface, or our mullet jumping, our bait fish jumping, whether they're being chased or they're being just jumping because mullet jump. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for life. And when I'm doing that, okay, not only am I looking for life, I'm looking to see what it is. Because when we're fishing, it's crucial. The old saying from fly fishing, match the hatch.
Right.
What do you think about match the hatch? Is that a fairy tale? Is that a myth? Is that do you think that's legit?
100% legit, right? You hit the nail on the head, Cap, when you said, you're looking for that life, right? We want to know what's out there because the fish move in and they migrate. They come in, they come out of your waters, all because of what's available for them to eat, you know? And it's important as an angler to know what is in your water. In fact, that's one of the things that we're big on when we go out and instruct some of our seminars that, look what's around you, know the bait that's in the water. Certain times of the year, you're probably not going to want to throw a shrimp, right? You might want to throw a mud minnow. Other times of the year, you're going to want to throw that shrimp. You might not want to throw a mud minnow. It's very important not only to match what's in the water, but the size of the bait that's in the water.
And even if you're not a bait fisherman and you are strictly artificial, 99% of the time I'm artificial. You're still crucial for you to pay attention to that. It's still crucial for you to know what's around, what kind of bait it is, what size it is, and paying attention to what the fish are doing. They will dictate what you need to throw. And if you're throwing artificial, hey, they're chasing 4, 5, 6-inch mullet. You're throwing something bigger. Hey, they're chasing smaller fingerling mullet. They're chasing shrimp. Even if you downsize to a smaller plastic, you can fish that bait differently. You can drag it on the bottom. You can twitch it like a shrimp. You can swim it back like a mullet. Paying attention to what the fish are doing and what they're eating can make all the difference in getting those fish to eat.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
unbelievable how that works.
I love to fish with artificials. In fact, I am like you, Cap, probably 90% of the time, even offshore. I like to throw artificials. Now, of course, I'm going to bring some cut bait out there with me. I will catch my live bait out there, but like I mentioned, I'm going to know what's in the water. That way, my artificials will represent the food that they have at the time that I'm fishing, right? And that's really the important thing. Especially times of the year, and I've got a nice shrimp here. This is one of the great go-to baits that we've got here for flounder. Just trying to match. We've got wonderful shrimp in our area, and when that hatch is happening, well, we want to mimic that. Right now, this time of the year, we're early in the season, like you mentioned, we're in the spring here. We're still gonna go out and hit the mud minnows for our flounder and things like that. But now we're gonna have some mullet starting to come in, so we're gonna have that transition, right? We could have a day where we've got a cooler full of mud minnows, and now we've got in my cast net I've got some finger mullet. Well, guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and use the finger mullet because that's actually what's out there at that moment. You have to match it.
You have to match it, and I had my angler today was from Nova Scotia, fly fisherman in freshwater. He chases trout, and he's talking about this time of year there's this hatch, and and they're chasing these particular flies or these particular bugs, and they're this color, and that's where this saying came from. Match the hatch. Match what the fish are chasing, what they're eating, what they want. And when you do that, your success rate is going to go up. On the bass side right now, on the bass side, the shad have hatched on my lake, and they're, right now they're only like an inch, maybe 2 inches. So I'm throwing something a little bit bigger if I'm throwing that hard bait. Now this one is busted. The lip broke off of it, but this is a 2.5, 3 inch jerk bait, but it mimics so well what they're eating. And not only does it rattle, but when you're swimming it, shimmying back and forth, this again, match the hatch. And that's why this is my go-to bait on the freshwater, on the bass side. That swim bait from DOA, that little paddle tail, also another killer because it matches what these fish are chasing.
Right.
So if you're getting out there and you're struggling to catch fish, slow down. Look, fishing is all your senses are involved. You're looking for your bait, you're listening for the bait, you're paying attention to what's going on around you so that you can hone in on these cues to start catching fish. Match that hatch, and you're going to start catching more fish, regardless of that fresh, if it's artificial or live bait. Figure out what they want and throw either that same thing or something very similar on the artificial size, and you are going to start catching more fish.
Yeah.
Love
no
it, man.
doubt. Yeah.
Captain
No
Bob,
doubt.
you the man. Thanks for joining me. Good information, good talk.
Thanks for having me.
This is the Captain's Log Radio. This is our Tackle Box Tip segment presented by Icon Coolers. Captain Jonathan Moss, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for listening to the Captain's Log Radio with your host, Captain Jonathan Moss.